The Microsoft Teams call happened without me. I found out from LinkedIn. Someone congratulated me on the incredible acquisition deal my sister had closed. I opened my laptop, searched for my name, found the press release. Martinez Tech Solutions announces $1.8 billion sale of revolutionary AI platform to Microsoft. Amanda Martinez, CEO of Martinez Tech Solutions, today announced the sale of Quantum Mind, a next-generation artificial intelligence platform, to Microsoft Corporation for $1.8 billion. The platform, developed over 3 years, represents a breakthrough in neural network architecture and real-time data processing. I scrolled down, found the quote from Amanda. My sister Maya did some initial database work, but the real innovation came from our development team. We're excited to see Microsoft take this technology to the next level. Some initial database work. I was 29 years old. I held a PhD in computer science from Stanford with a focus on quantum computing and neural architecture. Quantum Mind wasn't a database. It was a self-learning AI system built on quantum processing principles that I developed entirely alone over 4 years. The development team Amanda referenced didn't exist. The company, Martinez Tech Solutions, was a shell entity Amanda had created 6 months ago after I'd shown her my prototype. And she just sold it to Microsoft for $1.8 billion. My phone buzzed. Family group chat. Mom, so proud of Amanda. Microsoft deal closes next week. We're all going to be rich. Dad, Amanda's putting us all down for shares. Maya gets 5% for her database work. That's $90 million. Not bad for basic coding. Amanda, actually after taxes and legal fees, Maya's share is closer to $40 million. But still, not bad for someone who doesn't understand business. Smiling face with smiling eyes. I stared at my phone. Then I opened my terminal and SSH'd into the Quantum Mind server. The server hosted on my personal AWS account, under my credentials, running on architecture that required my biometric authentication every 72 hours to prevent unauthorized access. I navigated to the core directory. Found the authentication logs. Last biometric verification. 71 hours, 34 minutes ago. Next required verification. 26 minutes. Auto shutdown if verification fails. Enabled. Override capability. None. System designed for single operator authentication. Amanda had no idea Quantum Mind would brick itself in 26 minutes if I didn't verify my identity. I made coffee. Sat down. Waited. The system lock 23% mark. 27 minutes later my phone exploded. Amanda calling. I let it ring. She called again. Then Dad. Then Mom. Then Amanda 5 more times. Finally I answered. Hello. Maya, what did you do? Amanda was screaming. The system just shut down. Microsoft's entire integration team is locked out. They're saying it needs biometric authentication from the original developer. That's correct. What? Why would you design it that way? To prevent unauthorized access. It's a security feature. The AI core requires retinal scan and fingerprint verification every 72 hours. If it doesn't get it, the system enters lockdown mode. Well, override it. Microsoft is freaking out. They've got $4 billion in operations queued for this system. Their entire cloud infrastructure migration depends on Quantum Mind being online. I can't override it. I designed it specifically so it can't be overridden. Single operator authentication only. Then verify it right now. Why would I do that? You just sold my AI system without my permission and offered me 5% of my own work. Silence. Then quieter. Maya. Let's talk about this rationally. I'm being completely rational. You took my prototype, created a fake company, claimed credit for my work and sold it to Microsoft for $1.8 billion. Now Microsoft owns a system that only I can operate. That seems like a problem for you, not me. You can't do this. We're family. You're right. Family shouldn't commit intellectual property theft. Yet here we are. IP theft? I helped you. I connected you with investors. I created the business structure. You created a shell company and forged licensing documents. I checked. The Martinez Tech Solutions paperwork lists you as sole owner and me as a junior technical contributor. You never had rights to Quantum Mind. It was developed on my equipment during my time. using my AWS account that I personally pay for. Microsoft's lawyers cleared everything. Microsoft's lawyers saw documents you fabricated. They're about to discover their $1.8 billion acquisition is legally void because you sold technology you didn't own. Amanda's voice went cold. If you don't unlock that system in the next hour, I'll sue you for sabotage. I'll destroy your career. Good luck. I'll be curious to see how you explain in court why you're suing me to access my own work that you stole. I hung up. Microsoft responds, 38% mark. An hour later, a different number called. Seattle area code. Ms. Martinez? This is David Chin, General Counsel for Microsoft Cloud Services. We have a significant situation regarding the QuantumMind acquisition. I'm aware. Our integration team is locked out of the system. We're told it requires biometric authentication from you specifically. Is that correct? Yes. The AI core uses quantum encryption tied to my biometrics. It can't be transferred or overridden. Ms. Martinez, we've invested $1.8 billion in this acquisition. We have contractual obligations. With Amanda Martinez. Not with me. I never signed any agreements with Microsoft. I never authorized the sale. Amanda sold you technology she doesn't own. Long pause. Could you explain that? QuantumMind is my intellectual property. I developed it independently over 4 years. Amanda created a company 6 months ago and claimed ownership without my knowledge or consent. The system is hosted on my personal AWS account, operates under my credentials, and requires my biometric verification. She had no legal right to sell it. Do you have documentation proving ownership? Yes. Development logs going back 4 years, all time-stamped and backed up. AWS billing records in my name. Patent applications filed under my name. Still pending but dated before Amanda's company even existed. GitHub commits with my credentials. Every piece of evidence shows I'm the sole developer. Ms. Martinez, this is a serious allegation. If true, Amanda Martinez committed fraud in a $1.8 billion transaction. We need to verify your claims immediately. I'm happy to provide documentation. But first, I need to understand, what exactly did Amanda tell you about her role in development? She represented herself as CEO and lead developer of QuantumMind, with you as a junior team member who contributed database architecture. She provided corporate documents showing Martinez Tech Solutions as the sole owner. All fabricated. There's no team. There's me. QuantumMind is a single operator system by design. That was the whole point. An AI architecture so advanced it requires quantum-level security that can't be duplicated or transferred. Can you restore system access while we investigate? I could. But why would I? Right now, Microsoft owns a system it can't use, which seems like appropriate consequences for not doing proper due diligence. Amanda claimed she owned technology that required biometric authentication from someone else. That should have been a red flag. Chen's voice got sharper. Ms. Martinez, we have $4 billion in client operations dependent on this system. Then I suggest you move quickly to resolve the legal issues. Once Microsoft acknowledges the sale was fraudulent and negotiates directly with me, the actual owner, we can discuss access restoration. Until then, the system stays locked. Are you attempting to extort Microsoft? No. I'm protecting my intellectual property from a company that tried to buy stolen technology. There's a difference. The investigation, 52% mark. Microsoft's legal team moved fast. By evening, I had emails from 3 different attorneys requesting documentation. I sent everything: development logs, AWS records, patent applications, GitHub history, even video recordings I'd made of early prototype testing where my voice and face were clearly visible explaining the architecture. By morning, David Chin called again. Ms. Martinez, we've reviewed your documentation. Our preliminary assessment confirms you're the original developer. Amanda Martinez appears to have fabricated corporate ownership documents and misrepresented her involvement. We're treating this as potential fraud. What happens now? We're voiding the acquisition. Amanda Martinez will be required to return the $1.8 billion, which she's already started distributing to family members as shareholder dividends. We'll be pursuing legal action against her and anyone who knowingly participated in the fraud. My parents received money. They thought it was legitimate. We'll evaluate each recipient individually. If they genuinely believed the sale was legitimate, we may negotiate repayment terms. If they knowingly participated in fraud, they'll face charges. And quantum mind? That's what I'm calling about. Microsoft is still very interested in acquiring quantum mind. But this time we'd like to negotiate directly with you, the actual owner. Would you be open to discussions? I thought about Amanda. About her press release claiming credit for my work. About being called a junior technical contributor who did some initial database work. About the family group chat celebrating my 5% cut of my own technology. Yes. But we're starting from scratch. The previous terms are void. Understood. Our team will contact you tomorrow to schedule a meeting. The family fallout 64% mark. That afternoon Amanda showed up at my apartment. I watched through the security camera as she buzzed repeatedly. Maya, open the door. We need to talk. I opened it. She looked terrible, hair unwashed, makeup smudged, wearing yesterday's clothes. Microsoft is taking the money back, she said. All of it. They're saying the sale was fraudulent. They're going to sue me. Yes. You did this. You told them you owned Quantum Mind. I do own Quantum Mind. I built it. You stole it. I didn't steal anything. I saw an opportunity. You had this incredible technology just sitting on your laptop doing nothing. I knew how to monetize it. That's business, Maya. That's theft, Amanda. You created fake documents claiming you owned my work. You sold it without my permission. You gave me 5% of my own technology like you were doing me a favor. I was going to take care of you. $40 million, Maya. Most people never see that kind of money. It's my technology. It's worth more than $1.8 billion and you know it. Microsoft was getting a bargain. You were stealing billions from me while pretending to be generous with millions. Her face crumpled. They're going to arrest me. Microsoft's lawyers said I could face 10 years for fraud. Mom and Dad are freaking out because they have to return the money they've already spent on a house. This is going to destroy our family. You destroyed our family when you stole from me. I'm your sister. You're a thief who happens to be related to me. There's a difference. She stared at me. If you don't help me, if you don't tell Microsoft this was a misunderstanding, I'll lose everything. My reputation, my freedom, everything. You never had those things legitimately. You built them on fraud. Please, Maya. I'll do anything. I'll give you everything. Just tell Microsoft you authorized the sale. I didn't authorize it. I won't lie for you. She left sobbing. The real deal, 75% mark. Microsoft's negotiating team arrived the following week. 3 executives, 2 lawyers, a technical specialist. They set up in a conference room I'd rented downtown. Ms. Martinez, let's talk about Quantum Mind's capabilities, the lead executive said. Her name was Sarah Kim, VP of Cloud AI Services. We've reviewed your documentation. This isn't just advanced, it's revolutionary. The quantum processing integration alone is 5 years ahead of anything else in the market. That's accurate. Your sister sold it for $1.8 billion. That was significantly undervalued. Based on our analysis, Quantum Mind's true market value is closer to $8 billion, possibly $12 billion once fully deployed. I know. We'd like to make a legitimate offer. But first we need to understand the biometric authentication. Is that a permanent feature? Yes. I designed it that way intentionally. Quantum Mind learns from its primary operator. The quantum core uses neural pattern matching tied to my specific biometrics. It can't be transferred because the AI architecture itself is calibrated to my neural signature. So anyone who owns Quantum Mind also needs you to operate it. Correct. Sarah leaned forward. Then we're not just acquiring technology. We're acquiring you. What would it take? Full ownership recognition. My name on all patents. Chief AI architect position at Microsoft with full autonomy over Quantum Mind development. And $6 billion, $4 billion cash, $2 billion in Microsoft stock vested over 4 years. The lawyers exchanged glances. Sarah smiled. That's a serious number. It's a serious system. Quantum Mind will revolutionize your entire cloud infrastructure. You know it. I know it. Amanda knew it, which is why she tried to steal it. We'll need to run this up the chain. But Ms. Martinez, Sarah extended her hand. I think we can make this work. The aftermath, 82% mark. Amanda was charged with wire fraud, intellectual property theft, and making false statements in a federal transaction. The U.S. Attorney's Office was handling it personally. $1.8 billion fraud cases got attention. Mom called crying. They're taking our house. We have to give back the money Microsoft paid, but we already made the down payment. We'll lose everything. You spent money from a fraudulent transaction. That's not Microsoft's fault. But we didn't know it was fraud. Amanda said it was legitimate. Mom, did you ever ask me if I'd authorized the sale? Silence. You didn't, did you? You just assumed Amanda had the right to sell my work. You saw me listed as a junior contributor, getting 5% and thought that seemed fair. Well, Amanda said. Amanda lied. And you believed her because it benefited you. That's not innocence, Mom. That's willful ignorance. You're really going to let us lose our house? I'm going to let you face consequences for accepting money you should have questioned. That's not the same thing. She hung up. Dad never called. Just sent one text. Hope the money's worth losing your family. I didn't respond. Epilogue, 6 months later. 93% mark. The Microsoft deal closed in September. $6 billion exactly as negotiated. My title, Chief Architect Quantum AI Systems. My office, Building 92 in Redmond, corner suite overlooking the campus. My team, 27 of the best AI researchers in the world, all reporting to me. Amanda took a plea deal. 4 years in federal prison, $1.8 billion in restitution, symbolic, she'd never pay it, permanent ban from technology sector employment. She'd serve 30 months, probably with good behavior. Mom and Dad lost the house. They were renting a small apartment now, working past retirement age to pay back the money they'd spent. They blamed me publicly, told relatives I'd destroyed the family over greed. I didn't correct them. Let them believe what they wanted. Sarah Kim stopped by my office one afternoon. How's the integration going? Ahead of schedule. Quantum Mind processed 4 billion transactions yesterday with 0 errors. We're ready for full deployment next quarter. Excellent. The board is thrilled. They're calling it the most important acquisition in Microsoft's history. She paused. Can I ask you something personal? Sure. Your family. Are you okay with how things turned out? I looked out the window at the campus, at the building where my AI system was revolutionizing cloud computing, at the office with my name on the door and my patents on the wall. My sister tried to steal 4 years of my work and give me 5% like she was being generous. My parents accepted money from the theft without asking if I'd agreed to it. They weren't my family, Sarah. They were opportunists who happened to be related to me. That's a hard realization. It was. But it was also clarifying. Now I work with people who value what I actually contribute, who put my name on the work I do, who pay me what I'm worth. I turned back to her. I'm not sad about losing people who never valued me in the first place. Sarah nodded. For what it's worth, you made the right call. And you're extraordinary at what you do. After she left, I opened my laptop. Quantum Mind's dashboard displayed real-time processing across Microsoft's global cloud infrastructure. 4 billion operations. 0 errors. My system. My name. My achievement. My phone buzzed. LinkedIn message from Amanda's prison email somehow. I hope you're happy. I'm in prison and our family's destroyed. All because you couldn't share. I closed the message without responding. Then I got back to work. Building the future. On my own terms.